quickly. Dramatic developments tonight in the murder of beautiful 8-year-old Sandra Cantu. Today, after a private funeral for the murdered child, Sandra's burial, yes, burial, took place in her hometown of Tracy, California. Meantime, little Sandra's accused rapist and murderer, Melissa Huckabee, a 28-year-old mother and Sunday school teacher, reportedly tried to kill herself in the days before she was arrested. Huckabee apparently admitted to the hospital after having eaten 3 X-Acto knife blades in an attempt to end her life. Does her attempted suicide open the door for an insanity plea? Or, if it happened, does it show she knows right from wrong? Plus, was little Sandra the only victim here? The horrifying news that a Sunday school teacher and mother of a 5-year-old could be the murderer and rapist of a precious little child has rocked this community to its core.
Once I heard that it was the lady that actually lived in the same place, the same area, it just made me break down really bad. I just really want to tell her why. Why did you do that to her?
Now the cops are asking parents to come forward if they suspect something involving their own kids.
What we're asking is for the public, if they have any indication that any of their children may have had inappropriate contact with Miss Huckabee, to contact us.
And exactly how are parents supposed to make that determination? We will ask a noted psychologist. Plus, reports now say Huckabee may have written that mysterious note she first claimed she found in her mailbox the day after little Sandra went missing. What did the note contain? Now, all too ghoulish words. Cantu, suitcase, and water. So many twists to explore. Plus, we are taking your call. Sound off, please, at 1-877-JDM says. 1-877-586-7297. Now, my expert panel, Paul Callan, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. Brenda Wade, clinical psychologist. Steve Cardian, former criminal investigator. J.D. Weintraub, criminal defense attorney. And Bob Moffat, reporter with KFBK News Talk 1530. Bob, what is the very latest?
Well, while Melissa Huckabee takes visitors, family here at the San Joaquin County Jail and refuses to see the media, it turns out that she may have been visiting a local hospital just a day before her arrest. CBS has reported that she swallowed 3 razor blades and was admitted to the hospital. She told reporters that she had had a bout of internal bleeding but had failed to clarify. Those details apparently coming clear once again thanks to CBS. And the local Tracy Police Department, though, they say that she acted alone. They are now asking if maybe if there are other victims. They are asking parents to come forward and children to come forward if they think that they may have been assaulted as well. And
we are going to get to that in a moment because that's very, very touchy stuff. We have to be very careful we do not inspire or induce any false claims because that has happened in the past in cases where people get a little hysterical. Now, this just in, shocking new allegations about Melissa Huckabee, just in from reporter David Begnode with KOVR in Sacramento. Listen to this stunner.
We do know that parents have come forward to police alleging that the suspect, Melissa Huckabee, may have been involved in the production of some child pornography. We do know that police are looking at that. We also know that there is a prior case of a child under the age of 10 that was drugged, and there is an implication that Melissa Huckabee was involved. Police do confirm that there is an open case, and that has now been blended in with this investigation.
Now, I have to say that CNN cannot independently confirm the reports that were just filed by KOVR, but they are stunning. And we got to put it into perspective. We got to be very, very careful here. Paul Callan, when you hear this stuff, talk of kiddie porn allegations and children allegedly being drugged, possibly, what do you make of it?
Well, it is stunning, Jane, and one of the things that surprises me the most, having been involved in law enforcement for my entire career, pretty much, one side or the other, is that you never see female pedophiles. It's always a male that commits this kind of a crime. And I was talking to Steve about it as we were waiting to go on. He was also saying very rarely, if ever, has he seen a female pedophile. So what's really shocking here is that a woman is charged with a crime like this. You almost never see it.
Now, J.D. Weintraub, cops have said that they were looking at 60 alleged child porn traffickers in the Tracy area, and this was before her body was found. And that blows my mind. On top of all the people who, you know, are on the child sex registry, you also have 60 alleged child porn traffickers in this one little area of California. I mean, what is going on here, J.D.?
Well, you know, one of the problems with the sexual registry is that it's over-inclusive and it's over-broad. It goes to people that are looking at pictures to people that are actually having contact with children. So it goes from one range of the other to the spectrum, and that's awful. But on a human note here, you know, as a mom and as a viewer, we're all horrified to see a crime like this. But as a lawyer, we have to remember the rules are the same. And Paul's right. It's very rare to have a woman pedophile. Is there any doubt this woman is mentally ill? It's not a matter of before she changes up her plea or tries to commit suicide to make it look like she's insane. This woman is mentally ill. It's just a matter of what degree and how far.
Well, that's what you're saying, but there's others who might say that attempted suicide, if that in fact occurred, is a sign that you know right from wrong. Melissa Huckabee allegedly attempted suicide days before her arrest for the murder of Sandra Cantu. How did she reportedly try to off herself? She allegedly swallowed, take a look at these, 3 of these X-Acto knife blades. You know the kind. You use them to cut cardboard. Huckabee was admitted to the hospital last week, reportedly for internal bleeding. She got out Thursday. She was arrested Friday night. Now in jail, she is on suicide watch. Brenda Wade, clinical psychologist, take all of these scary facts and put them, or allegations, and put them into context for us.
You know, there are a couple of things, Jane, that jump out right away. I heard both of my colleagues say that we hardly ever see female pedophiles, but I want you to know there are female pedophiles. I have heard many, many, many cases in the privacy of my office of people talking about women molesting little boys or little girls, so I know it happens. We know that 1 out of 8 boys is molested, and it's not always a man. It is sometimes, I'd say about 20% of the time, it's a woman.
Brenda,
so to say that...
Yeah, there's another bizarre twist I want to add here for the analysis. Police revealed that Melissa Huckabee had a relationship with this man, Christian Sinclair. Sinclair was arrested for obstructing the police investigation when Sandra first went missing. He lives in the very same mobile home park as Sandra and Huckabee. His mobile home was searched and he was released, but he has been described in court documents as abusive and alcoholic, and according to court records in San Joaquin County, Sinclair is a repeat offender of domestic violence laws. At one point, his own mother reportedly had a restraining order against him. So this blows my mind, Brenda, because...
Was she a victim?
What?
Was she a victim herself? Well, of domestic abuse or physical abuse?
We don't know. I mean, we had a psychiatrist, a therapist, I should say, yesterday on our air say, generally, when women lash out like this, they themselves, sometime in their past, perhaps childhood, have been the victim of something similar, and what they're doing is reenacting it.
Yes, and that is absolutely the case, Jane, and I think it's complicated, but here's the simplest analysis I can give. Here we have a woman that, as I've read her case, she has a history of mental, emotional disturbance, whether it's related to having been abused sexually or physically as a child. I'm sure that will come out if I have to place a bet. She's been both. Because here she is involved with a man who has this abuse profile himself, and then she turns and becomes an abuser. Now, typically when we see women who are murderers, that woman is acting out something that she has been holding inside, and then it comes out. And this, I have to tell you, in all my years of working with criminal cases, I've never seen this combination of a woman committing a violent sexual crime and murder.
This is crazy. This is sick. You were looking at the funeral for a little Sandra just there. Hang on, everybody. And remember, she's just accused. She hasn't been convicted of anything. More on this twisted murder case in a moment. Do you think cops will find more abuse victims? Call 1-877-JDM-SAYS, 1-877-586-7297. Let me know.